Hi guys, I'm Kirsten Johnson of richerexperiences.com, and today I'm going to be telling you about myofascial release. So fascia is a layer that we have around our muscles. You can think of it like a spider web. It's coating everything inside of us, and if you pull on one area of that web, you will feel radiating pain. Basically, you'll feel a tug and snugness on other areas of your body. So you might actually personally be feeling pain in your knee, and it might actually have to do with something that is a knot that is in your shoulder. How do we get this? How does it actually start? So we get adhesions in our fascia through injury, like through doing sports, having an accident, or through repetitive stress, like driving or using a computer or a mouse, or even carrying around a heavy shopping bag all day long. Like if our shoulder is going down and we're using our muscles, we can get tension in there and it can get stored, and if we don't release it, it accumulates. So what's the problem with this? So when we have that adhesion, we're not able to pass things through it in the normal manner. That means blood, that means nutrients, that means oxygen, and the waste isn't able to get out. So we have an accumulation of toxins, of toxicity in our body. And the same thing goes for unfelt emotions. So if you get angry or you get sad and you act like it didn't happen, you don't feel your feeling, where do you think it goes? It doesn't just go away. It's not like it disappears. It goes into your body. It gets stored in your fascia. And later that can turn into a pain, especially like physical pain, especially when we don't process, when we don't release, when we don't get rid of those knots. And so how do we do this? We have trigger points, specific points in our body. You can feel it. It feels very different if you're pressing on a trigger point or if you're just pressing on your muscle. So ways that we can do that is we can use tennis balls. That's a common way, is to press a tennis ball into the adhesion ourselves. Of course, massage is going to work, but if you're going to do it yourself, tennis balls work. Another way is this bad boy right here. This is great for rubbing on the outside of your leg, like the IT band. And my favorite, especially because I've been doing this for a couple of years and I need something a little stronger, is these rubber balls right here that are made specifically for it. I got them at a yoga studio here in Bali. You can probably find them online if you look up balls, myofascial release. But I would recommend starting with the tennis balls. They're less aggressive, and it's a process. So if it is a new adhesion, like you went around shopping all day and carried a heavy bag, that's going to be easier to release. If it's a built up one, let's say you've been working for 2 decades on a laptop, it's going to take more time to release the adhesions that have built up from that. And so then you would work slowly up with something like a tennis ball, and then you would use something harder over time. Golf balls are also pretty hard. So now I'll show you where I would recommend putting them. And again, you can put it anywhere where you feel pain. Like if you specifically have pain, like in the top of your shoulder, by all means, put the ball underneath that and like lay on it. Or you can even put the ball or 2 balls in a sock. Fling it over your shoulder and press up against a wall. So you're holding it against that adhesion by pressing into a wall. I'm gonna show you places that you can put them and then lay on the ground. So I would start off by putting them up here, and then I would bring them out here. There's one that is particularly for computer users over here that is a great place to release. And then I would put them between my shoulder blades, a little bit lower, and then I would put them on my lower back, and then move them out. And then you could sit on them as well, put them underneath so that you have them, and there's a trigger point where your glutes and your piriformis are. You'll feel it. Whoa, there it is. You'll feel it right away. Well, maybe not right away, but you will definitely feel a spot that feels different where you're having a release. The outside of the hips is another great spot. So you could even use 2 balls, like put them right here. You can go up. And again, the side of the leg, or really any spot of the body, would be great for this other guy I showed you earlier. To use this one to slowly roll up and down. And this guy, if you have one of these, is also great for underneath your shoulders. Pausing where you feel the trigger point, where you feel the pressure being released. You'll feel it let go. Rolling. Also in the bottom of our foot we have one, so we could stand on them, like one at a time. So I'd say underneath the armpit, like laying down on your side, having them right up here. That is a great spot. Underneath the ribs, so having them on the front, laying on them there, moving them to the side, moving them lower. And you could even do it in your organs, in your abdomen. So I'd be a little more gentle there. Definitely start with the tennis balls there, but you place them right here, right underneath your ribs, and then down and move it to the side. Drink lots of water after you do this to help rinse everything out. And sorry for the sweat today. It's a really hot day in Bali here. What I like to do is I like to put on some mellow music and get on my yoga mat, get my balls out, and just take a half an hour or an hour and just slowly go over and release everything. I do it a couple of times a week because I really like it. So there you have it, myofascial release and releasing these old trapped emotions. Just leave any comments below with any questions you have or anything you want to share with us, and I hope you're having a great day. Bye.